Question 61. Question is cotyledons and testa are edible part of cotyledon and testa. Now you know that cotyledon have a reserve food and testa is the outer seed coat. Now the both are edible in case of, if we consider with respect to seed, then option A is correct, that is groundnut and pomegranate, because in both seeds are edible. Specifically in pomegranate, outer testa is edible, which is a juicy. Question 62. It asks that seed coat is membranous and fused with the pericarp. So when seed coat is fused with pericarp, this type of fruit comes under a group that is known as caryopsis. And the example of caryopsis is maize and wheat, that is a cereals. Now option A is maize, so that becomes the correct answer, because in option B, option C, gram is given, which are not a part of caryopsis. Question 63. It asks that an example of seed with endosperm, perisperm and caruncle. Endosperm, perisperm and caruncle. Now endosperm is a nutritive food, nutritive reserve tissue, nutritional tissue. Perisperm is a persistent nucellus, and caruncle is the outgrowth of the nucellus. Now these all things are found in case of the one plant that is known as castor. So it is a fact-based question, you have to remember this. Question 64 asks that which one of the following statement is correct. We have to identify the correct statement. Now option A is given as the seed in grasses are not endospermic. Seed in grasses are not endospermic. Now seed of grasses. Now grasses are monocot and monocot have endosperm. So it is incorrect statement. Option B is given as mango is a parthenocarpic fruit. Now parthenocarpic fruit are the seedless fruit and mango have seed. So that cannot be a parthenocarpic fruit. Option C is given as that proteinaceous aileron layer is present in main grain. Obvious, aileron layer is a proteinaceous triploid structure which covers scutellum, that is a single that is actually cover endosperm, that is found in a maize grain. That is a correct answer. And option D is given as a sterile pistil is called staminode. Actually sterile stamen is known as staminode, not sterile pistil. So it is incorrect. So C is the correct answer. Question 65. It asks that perisperm differ from endosperm in. Now just we have discussed that perisperm is a persistent nucellus and endosperm is a nutritive tissue. Now if we go with that, this perisperm is diploid in structure because developed from it has a diploid 2 set of chromosome, and endosperm is a triploid, is a 3 set of chromosome. Now if we go with respect to option A is given that being a haploid tissue, none of this being a haploid tissue, so it is incorrect. B is given that having a no reserve food, endosperm, perisperm both can act as a reserve food, so that is no reserve food. Now this is incorrect for both of them. C, being a diploid tissue, both are diploid tissue, and option D, its formation by fusion of secondary nucleus with several sperm. Its formation of endosperm occur by a fusion of secondary nucleus and one sperm, that is a male gamete. So this is also incorrect statement, so correct answer is option C. Next is question 66, and question 66 asks that The floral formula, that is actinomorphic symmetry, bisexual flower, two sepals, two petals, which are one, two are present outside, two are present inside, cruciform corolla, that is into four. The tetradynamous condition is there, whereas the two long and two short and two four long are there, and gynoecium bicarpellary condition is there. If we see this floral formula is found in Brassicaceae family, and the example of Brassicaceae family is mustard, and the scientific name of mustard is Brassica campestris. So answer become option D. Next is question 67. It asks that floral formula of tobacco or tomato or tobacco is. Now tobacco and tobacco belong to the Solanaceae family. Now in Solanaceae family, if we see, they have a 5-5-5 condition, that is 5 sepals, 5 petals and 5 stamen. Gynoecium are 2 with the fused there, syncarpus, and we have a epipetalous condition. This condition is known as epipetalous condition, and they have bracteate nature, bisexuality, actinomorphic flowers. So D option is the correct answer. Question 68. Question is, from the options given below, find out the correct floral formula for a flower having the following characters, like actinomorphic, then bisexual nature, then 5 united sepals, means sepals are 5 and fused, then 5 united petals, stamens 5, and epipetalous condition, and bicarpellary gynoecium. So now in this case this is matching with the option B, so option B is the correct answer. Next is question 69. Question 69 is, parts of the two plant were observed. Structure A shows that structure A develops aerially and produces roots when come in contact with the soil, means here it will again develop a new plant. So this type of aerial stem modification is known as stolon. Second, B is saying that develop from the underground part of the stem and grow obliquely and become aerial and produces roots on its lower surface. So when we talk about this, here underground stem have axillary bud, this grow obliquely, come out and they produce some of the leaves and particular shoot. Later on you will find a root here. So this type of mechanism is known as sucker. So if we match this option, option C become correct answer, which gives stolon as sucker option. Question 70. Question 70 asks that rearrange the following zones as seen in root. So there is a particular diagram of root zone, root zonation, okay, and we have to see it in a vertical section and have to choose the correct option. Now you know that when we see the root structure, in root structure at the end you will find a root cap, then you will find a region of meristem, then you will find a region of elongation, then you will find particularly root hair zone, and that can followed by a maturation zone. So if we see this is given as third, this is root of meristem is given as second, this region of elongation is given as fifth, root hair zone is given as first, and maturation zone is given as fourth. So correct set if we go, then it becomes third, second, fifth, first and fourth. It is actually not matching with any option, but it is not matching with any option, but this is the correct answer. So we remember this. Question 71. Question 71 asks that most of the economically important fiber yielded plant belongs to field. So it is a direct question that you need to remember that fiber yielding plants belong to Malvaceae. Next is question 72. 72 asks that stem tendrils developed from axillary bud are found in which of the following? So the question is with respect to stem tendril, the similar type of question we have discussed before some question, and for this the answer become option A, that is pumpkin and grapevine. So we remember this example, they all have a stem tendril arising from the axillary bud. Next is question 73. Duranta, the nature of vasculated defensive structure represents the modification of in Duranta the nature of vasculated defensive organ. So we remember Duranta also have thorns, and thorns are a modification of axillary bud. They are modification of axillary bud. Now, and similar, the example of these zones are citrus and bougainvillea. Now, the same bougainvillea is given in option A, so A become the correct answer. Next is question 74. Question 74 asks that the spines present in water chestnuts, that is a spines present in water chestnuts, that is trapa, are a modification of. So be remember this is the direct question you have to remember. They are a modification of sepals, that is a calyx, and that are some of the hair-like structures. Next is question 75. Question is in asparagus fasciculated root are found, which are? Okay, so it is a question with respect to asparagus. Now be remember we have to discuss first a tuberous root. Now tuberous root are of two type, that is simple and fasciculated. Now simple tuberous root are found like this, and this is a nothing but a sweet potato. But when we talk about the fasciculated, this when form a group, then this group is a fasciculated one. So this fasciculated are found in asparagus and dahlia, and this all are the modification of adventitious root. This all are a modification of adventitious root. So answer B become the correct option, that says that these are the modification of adventitious root.